What's up, samurai? Uh, yeah, it's been a while since I made a little video. Been kind of coasting off of the high that the last video gave me. The posers are out on YouTube now. Go give them a follow. Love those guys. Love myself. Anyway, if you guys didn't know, the new State of Play came out for PlayStation, and we got the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Now, you're probably hearing that and you're like, holy shit, Ghost of Tsushima, that's fucking awesome. That game was so cool. We're gonna learn like what happened after Jin Sakai's story, and we're gonna learn this, we're gonna learn that, but you look, and it's the Ghost of Yotei, or the Ghost of Yotai. I don't however you pronounce it. Now you're probably thinking, oh man, so it's probably not Jin Sakai. Well, that sucks. Maybe they have some influence, or maybe they're part of the Sakai lineage or something like that, right? Oh god, it's a woman. No, a woman. No. I I can't believe I actually just ripped my shirt for the bit. After a shirt change, yeah, as you can see, the female protagonist, her name is Atsu. The description here says, Ghost of Yotei is set in 1603 in Hokkaido, 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, so 300 years, we're going into a different time period. You play as Atsu, a female ronin called the Ghost, on a quest for revenge. That sounds fucking cool to me, because guess what? What was Jin Sakai's story about? It was about him living with honor and becoming a ronin, or not a samurai, and how those conflicted, and how he wanted revenge because of what the Mongolians did. He wanted revenge. It sounds like this female protagonist is gonna be cool as fuck. Now, before you losers start going into the thing, well, back when there was a samurai, there was no female samurai, and there was also no black samurai. I have to throw that one in there because of what they did with, what was it, Assassin's Creed Mirage? Yeah, there was female samurai. I mean, look at we're gonna do a simple Google search right now. Alright, you guys ready? Look. Female samurai. That's all we're gonna type up. Click enter. I've already clicked on this before because, literally the first thing that shows up right here. Onamusha is a term referring to female warriors in pre-modern Japan who were members of the Bushi warrior class. They were trained in the use of weapons to protect their household, family, and honor in times of war. Many of them fought alongside in battle. Sorry, I read that wrong. Many of them fought in battle alongside samurai men. Okay, so for those of you that aren't nerds like me, you'll come to realize that in the 1600s, where the game of Yotai is set, is the Edo period, right? Let's see here. Samurai were no longer concerned with battles of war, but became bureaucrats. The status of the Onamusha diminished significantly. Oh, wow. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to click on that. Look at this. Kenjutsu. Practitioner, swordswoman, in a duel. Right there, in the 17th century, 1600s, where the game's set. By the way, it being in this period, where the status of the Onamusha diminished significantly, and she's a samurai, and she has 2 katanas, it could be a more political stance on what was happening in Japan at the time. But a woman's doing it! No! There are a couple things that I think are actually hilarious, and I'm so glad I don't use Twitter for this reason. But let's see here. 1 second here. So for starters, the woman who, by the way, love her, the woman who is playing the Atsu, or whatever her name was. Sorry, I already forgot. It's because I'm sexist. But the woman actress who is playing it actually has some very not so kind words to say about people. So right here, this fucking guy named Learning the Law, this loser, says, "What the hell is her problem? This is Ghost of Yotai's protagonist, the face of the game and voice actor. Prepare to meet the craziest person in the gaming industry." So you're expecting like some Ezra Miller shit, right? Some like, yeah, she got a baby and they're in like a warehouse right now and he's got a loaded gun. Or she's got a loaded gun. So you're probably expecting some crazy shit, right? Well, this is what she says. "If you show your racist ass about the talented Asian American actors on a certain big franchise that is finally casting ethnically appropriately, I will boot you from my community so fast, I swear to Genova." You're actually getting upset? That's a crazy thing. She's diminishing racism and is proud to be an actress of her culture and be properly casted for the video game that she's in. What a fucking crying shame. She said ass. That's what it is. She said racist and ass. She's woke. She's woke, guys. She's woke. And I guess the other bad thing that this actress does, Miss Erica, she says, "Now please support indigenous communities. Let's start to help right the history of wrongs that Columbus only started." That's so bad. No. Please don't support other communities. Don't do that. You're supposed to support white people. White people are good. Only white people. I don't understand what is crazy about this, Mr. Learning the Law. I mean, maybe I'm not seeing anything. Maybe I'm just too woke. Maybe the woke mind virus got me. But it's kind of stupid and it's kind of ugly and I hate that I can't just enjoy a cool samurai game where the female protagonist is a female. I bet you I'm gonna play that game and I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have you know what? I'll say it. I love the story of Jin Sakai. I love the story of Ghost of Tsushima, but I'll probably have more fun in this game because guess what? Video games develop, they adapt. They already got dual wielding katanas. You couldn't do that in the first game. There was a fucking gun. You couldn't do that in the first game. That's gonna be sick as fuck. I'm not gonna sit here and play it and be like, well, it would have been fun if there wasn't a fucking woman doing it. God! I hopefully can start beef with this guy because this guy looks kind of like a virgin loser, but you know, what do you expect, right? This dude, Endymion, whatever his name is, Onision. This is what he has to say. Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior because of course it does. I know nothing about the fucking dude. I don't know anything about Japan, but I'm gonna talk about it because I think that women are woke, and I think that if you have a woman in the game, you're woke. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. This is Warhammer all over again. Ghost of Tsushima is not built on masculinity. It's a story about honor and redemption and love and revenge. There was nothing about masculinity, maybe some toxic masculinity. I'm sorry, but if you notice some of the themes of the first game, when you realize your uncle cares about this samurai code way, way, way too much, that's if you just tweak the frequency a little bit, you can maybe realize that could be, now hear me out, that could be a meta commentary on toxic masculinity. I know, crazy, I'm talking about toxic masculinity, but guess what? That's the whole thing, you know? They're all about honor and stepping up into the fight and doing whatever, which is cool, and it's granted and it's guaranteed in its own right. But when Jin Sakai is faced with the Mongolians who fight dirty, who have, you know, better weapons, better armies, when they're fighting up against that, you have to do things sneakily. Now I understand this. I'm just talking about the video game at this point rather than toxic masculinity. But you can see how it is. You know, maybe you don't have to be one way. You know what I mean? You don't have to fight one way. You don't have to do one way. As long as you're there protecting your family, protecting the people you love, which I believe is the real definition of being a man. Protecting and caring for the people that you love. If you're really going to talk about what it means to be a man, which I think is a stupid statement in the first place, that is what it is. So Jin Sakai is the true, if you want instead of putting it in terms of samurai and ronin, put it in terms of masculinity. Jin Sakai is the true version of masculinity, where he will do whatever it takes to protect the people that he loves. While the uncle is a more, it's a way to be like, well, I gotta step up to the fight. I gotta go to a bar, and if somebody's looking at me wrong, I gotta punch him in his throat. Now I'm done with my little rant. I apologize. Ghost of Yotai is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but if this is a true sequel, and this is the new main character over Jin Sakai, fuck that. So sick of this forced girl boss narrative, man. Nothing's forced. Surprisingly, when actresses and actors are making a game, they're not like, okay, well, you're a woman, okay, you're Asian, okay, you're perfect. We just need another black guy and another person of minority. Are you a white guy? Even though you did an amazing job, we can't have any white guys here. That's not the case at all. The fact of the matter is she probably poured her fucking heart out in that audition, and they were probably like, oh shit, she can act, she can do this. And they were like, well, let's write it. She's in. Just because it's a female doesn't mean shit. If it was a dude, you wouldn't be saying anything. At all. I bet if you saw a white dude in the Edo period, you'd be like, well, hell yeah, it's a white samurai. That's us, dude. That's us. Now, I understand missing Jin Sakai. He's a great protagonist, and he had so much to do with honor, and you can relate to his story. You can put your own themes of life into his life. You're going to be able to do that with this protagonist, guys. You are. Now, I realize I haven't really been looking at the camera here. I've been looking at my screen because I'm, like, looking at myself. It's really weird. I apologize for that, but, yeah, I just wanted to talk shit. Dude, it's a woman. It's a samurai. She's cool. It's cool. Grow up. It's cool. Shut up. Anyway, I hope the woke mind virus doesn't take everyone else over. I hope you all are safe. Remember, guys, stay away from Twitter, and I love you all. Bye!